in this. No, I think, like I say, Dr. Loomis in this was a bit of a, Why, hello there YouTube, and welcome back to 31, the free slashers. So yes, it is indeed the final 3 now, because we've only got 3 left. And it is day 29, and for that one I am reviewing Halloween 2. Yes, the 2009 sequel to Rob Zombie's 2007 remake of Halloween. So, as you already know, this is written and directed by Rob Zombie, and it stars Malcolm McDowell, Tyler Mane, Sheri Moon Zombie, Brad Dourif, Danielle Harris, and Scout Taylor-Compton. So, as I said already, this is a sequel to Rob Zombie's Halloween, and this focuses on the opening act of this film is kind of a reshoot of sort of what a reshot of of Halloween 2. You know, Laurie's in hospital after the trauma. She finds that Annie is still alive but with scars on her face, and Micheal is, at large still and kills the nurse, played by Octavia Spencer, which I never noticed till like recently when I rewatched this. And I thought, Micheal kills Ma. So anyway, yeah, we get like the opening scene where she's running from Micheal, then it turns out to be a nightmare, and we're 1 year later, we do a 1 year time jump where Laurie is still haunted and traumatized by the events of the previous film. As for Micheal, the night his body was, rest my arm on this here, the night he was taken, his body was taken away, he wasn't dead, and the drivers crashed into a cow, and then Micheal had hallucinations of his mother and a white horse. And in the very opening scene of that film, we see Micheal as a little boy, now played by another little actor, because the other one had a growth spurt in the last 2 years since they did it. So anyway, Micheal tells his mother, Debbie Myers, played by Sheri Moon Zombie, that he saw her, he dreamt of her with a white horse, which wasn't relevant in the first film. And then, next thing, Micheal, for over a year, is is lying low, living like a hobo, and having hallucinations of his mother and the White Horse and his younger self that's like controlling him. And Dr. Loomis, he's pretty much sold his book and has become like a celebrity and goes on tour with chat shows and what have you. Turns into a bit of a dick because the fame gets to his head. This also has, in one chat show scene, we have a cameo from Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah, he's in that. And, yeah, we see Laurie trying to still come to terms with the horrors of the first film, but she has hallucinations and nightmares, has mental breakdowns, and it's 1 year on as well, so she clearly gets that thing, that 1 year anniversary syndrome thing that you get when you have a traumatic experience. Annie's in this one. Danielle Harris returns with Brad Dourif as Sheriff Beckett, who now has a ponytail. Yeah. That's one thing I noticed with Rob Zombie's films. Most of the male actors have long hair. Not all of them, but most of them. So yeah, we see Micheal throughout. It's like, since it was found out that they were brother and sister, Laurie and Micheal, they have some sort of connection where they feel one another. Like when they're having dinner and Laurie's eating pizza and Michael's eating a dog. She has that sort of connection or something. Yeah, and at the end, of course, Dr. Loomis sees sense. He sees that Micheal is still alive, goes up, makes it all the way back to Haddonfield to try and talk him round, and then Micheal takes his mask off and shouts, "Die!" And he gets gunned down and killed, and then whatever Micheal had, it passes on to Laurie, because the film ends where she sees the White Horse and Debbie Myers, and the film ends with her doing a sinister grin, sort of leaving it open for a possible sequel, which has never happened and probably never will. This film was 10 years ago now. 10 years! Can you believe that? I can remember it coming out. Okay, so let's get on to my likes and dislikes about this one. First of all, the likes. Well, I like the opening scene where we had like a sort of a reminiscent shot-for-shot, well, sort of a reenactment of Halloween 2. And I like the look of Micheal in this. In this, he went from a guy in a boiler suit with a white mask to Hobo Myers. I like the Hobo Myers look, with the hood and the bag and the knife, and he like wears his mask, even though his mask is rotting away, and there's like a big chunk of the mask all completely gone, so you can see like a quarter of his head and face. But I still like the hobo look. And the portrayal from Tyler Mane. I also like that Danielle Harris is in this one still, and she survived the previous film, but she doesn't survive in this one. No, she meets her demise in this. Micheal gets her. And yeah, I like I like that they got Malcolm McDowell back in this, but I didn't like his character of Dr. Loomis in this. No, I think, like I say, Dr. Loomis in this was a bit of a, an a-hole. And I liked the story. I liked, this felt more like an original Rob Zombie film with characters from Halloween in there. The story was original. The main majority of the story was original. And the whole thing with Micheal seeing his mother with a white horse, I just feel that was an excuse to get Sheri Moon Zombie in the movie again after she killed herself in the previous one. Yeah, and I liked Scout Taylor-Compton's performance as Laurie. She acts like a person would do if they suffered an experience like that. They would still be very heavily traumatized, and I liked that. That she had that in there, that, because in real life I don't think you would just get over it within a year. Okay, so, yeah, my dislikes. Now, like I said, I like the story to this. It did feel like a Rob Zombie original film, but it just wasn't a great film. It was watchable, but a lot of the story didn't make sense. Like, how come Rob Zombie's all of a sudden put this white horse subplot in there? And like I said, excuse to get Sheri Moon back. Yeah, I also didn't like that Dr. Loomis sort of went from a kind, caring man to a bit of a dick in this with his book selling. Yeah, I just thought he was a bit of an unlikable character, especially when Linda's father, Linda from the previous film that got killed, comes to confront Loomis, and he completely blames Loomis for letting Michael escaping and stuff. I like that they picked up on that. They didn't just forget about that character. And yeah, of course, like any parent, he probably would be angry and upset with Dr. Loomis that he's making money and he fails to take into account the damage that his patient caused in this. What else? I didn't like the ending. I really didn't like the ending. I didn't like the ending where Michael took his mask off and stabbed Dr. Loomis and shouted, "Die!" At that point, he didn't feel like the Shape anymore. At that point, he felt like a mere mortal man, especially when he got gunned down. He just became complete and utter mortal, and he wasn't the Shape anymore. He wasn't the Michael that we all know, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that they broke the mystique of Michael in this. I did like the backstory in the first one, but the second one, they turn Michael too human-like, too mortal, too like a deranged man. I mean, I don't blame Tyler Mane for that. That's probably how Rob Zombie saw it. In fact, I think Rob Zombie, despite it leaving it open for a possible sequel, which I don't think is going to happen ever, I don't think he wanted to carry on the story. I think he wanted to pretty much end it there. And he's not done a sequel to that since. We had talks that there were going to be a Halloween 3D film which would follow on from Rob Zombie's, but we didn't, and I'm kind of glad we didn't. And then we got the one from last year, which we will review. We will review on in a few days' time. We just have one more Nightmare movie to review, and then it's the final day. But still, back to Halloween 2, day 29. But yeah, this is an okay one, but it's just not brilliant. I'm a bit split between it. Michael was okay, but like I said, I just didn't like the ending. It just was a bit all over the place. Didn't make sense. Felt like a drugs trip, if anything. So yeah, my ratings now. I think I'm going to give Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I don't think it was as good as his first remake. I will be honest there. I much prefer the original movies anyway. But still, Rob Zombie's first remake on Halloween I thought was good. I enjoyed that. But this take on Halloween 2, I wasn't a huge fan. So, with all that being said, I'm going to give Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, 2.5 butcher's knives out of 5. Yeah, I think that's reasonable enough, because like I said, I'm a bit split between it. So, half the score. So, 2.5 butcher's knives out of 5. So, that has been my review on Halloween 2, 2009. This has been 31, The Three Slashers, day 29. Have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Well, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. No pressure, but it would mean a lot if you did. Yeah, you can watch all the 31 on my channel so far. You can have a binge watch now because there's that many. And yeah, we will be back tomorrow for the penultimate day. So it's gone by pretty quick, hasn't it? This 31 days. It's gone by really quick, and tomorrow for day 30, which is the penultimate day, we'll be reviewing A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 remake. So, until tomorrow, don't have nightmares.